What's on, ladies and gentlemen? My name's Ross, I like games, and today, we got another box of Digimon to open. I bought 2 boxes. I didn't know what to do with them. I didn't know whether to try getting some pack battles going on, or I didn't know. I didn't know whether to just open it. I didn't know whether it was worth doing a second box opening. We've already done one. And then in the end, I went, look, it's been 2 days. I'm sitting here on Sunday morning, Sunday lunchtime. Still morning, technically. And these came out on Friday. I bought these on Friday. For 2 days, I've had a box of Digimon cards sitting there. And you know how much I love Digimon and how excited I am by Digimon cards. TCG mostly, but you know what I mean. And I've not opened them. And that is terrible of me. But I don't ask you guys to be impressed very often. I do want you to be impressed by my restraint at waiting 2 days before I open them. But I'm afraid we've got to open them now, so we're doing a box opening, and you can't stop me. You cannot watch, but if you didn't watch, I'd be a little bit sad, so maybe watch. Now, the previous box started off a little bit rubbish, but by the end of it, we ended up with the Secret Rare War Greymon and the Alternate Art Omnimon, which, as far as pulls go, was pretty gosh darn nice. So hopefully we can get some cool stuff going on here. Now, we're going to have to ruin the Tamer surprise quite quickly because it comes in a clear pack. I want Mimi Tachikawa. We get Taikamiya. It's not the one I wanted. I mean, it's fine. I don't have Tai. I would love to get all 10 of them at one point, though collecting all 10 of them is going to be a pain. But, yeah. Mimi's the best one. So we will go on to the promo pack. Now, I'm going to have to pause awkwardly for a moment. I want to keep some of the artwork intact here. So I'm going to have an awkward pause while I go and get a pair of scissors. For you guys, it's just going to be a tiny little blip and then I'll be right back. Oh, wait. I already am. But I do love the artwork on these. So I do want to just keep one of each of the packs in lovely, nice condition. And if that makes me a sad little Digimon collector, well, yes, that's not a secret. Promos we get. Oh, now this is a bad thing. And the reason it's a bad thing is I already have these 2. There are essentially 3 pairs of promos that you can get. The blue with the tamer, the red and the blue without the tamer. I've already got these ones, which means, well, I mean, it's going to be trading, isn't it? Essentially, I'm assuming that a bunch of people out there are just going to be trading back and forth to try and get all of them. So it's not the end of the world. I will trade them for ones I don't have. But I'll be honest with you, ladies and gentlemen, that's a little bit sad. Now, dash packs. We've had Gabumon and Agamon, so anything but them would be amazing. We get, Metal Seadramon. Love that one. Very shiny. By the way, these cards, I'm not huge fans of these cards when you see them on the website. When you see them in real life, and they're all shiny and lovely, I am a much bigger fan of the cards. I think they look an awful lot cooler. Not a fan on the website. Am a fan in real life. So, we need to get, I believe it's Puppetmon and Machinedramon. They are the 2 we don't currently have in terms of these alternate arts. And again, we can trade back and forth to try and get them all, but I'd rather just pull them all naturally if it's all the same to you, but I'm not going to. It's an Agamon. So I'll be honest with you, box topper wise, not what we were looking for. We've pulled the same promos. We pulled one of the same box toppers. And yeah, never mind, ladies and gentlemen, we persevere. So we're going to crack these packs a little bit faster than we did last time because we've talked about the card stock and all of that. So we are still going to go through and see every card we got, but let's just say we're going to go at a slightly quicker pace here. We've done the big super excited yay it's out opening. Now we're going for the can I make my collection cooler opening. So, Uppermon is a great rare. It's a great Digi-Egg for blue decks. We like it. And Metal Tyrannomon. Good card to go into green decks. So, that is a good pack for rares. Rares-wise, I like it. That is a good pack. Go team. Okay, nice start. Remember, in the boxes, you get yourselves essentially 7 super rares and 2 full arts / secret rare. And it is obviously Omnimon we are looking for. That is the chase card. Although I didn't get any Rust Tyrannomon or Black War Greymon, so that's what I'm looking for. So we get ourselves a rare Izzy Azumi and a Matt Ashida. So really building up our collection of tamers there. One of the things to realise is that when we're in a base set like this, one of the important things is just building up your collection of cards, trying to get 4 of each, especially things like Tamers and Digi-Eggs, where they tend to be really specific in what they do. So they're going to fit into specific decks and archetypes. So really having a playset of all of them is a huge advantage moving forward. But then there's so many good cards that you don't really know what's going to be good in the future. So honestly, trying to have a playset of everything is ideal, but awkward. Oh, we've got a Patamon, and it's our first super rare. It is Hercules Kabuterimon. Not a card I pulled from my previous box, but I did actually pull a Hercules Kabuterimon from my... I want to say it was a starter X I didn't open on camera. Because I opened 3 on camera and I opened the other 3. Because there was only 1 pack in each, it did feel like doing an opening of them would be a stretch. So I opened the 3 of them. I did just open them sitting at my desk. But, I don't know how, and I'd love to hear from you guys in the comment section about this, about your starter deck pack pulls, because you get 1 pack in each starter deck. But out of 6 starter decks, I pulled 4 super rares and a secret rare, and I only had 1 pack with just rares. So I don't know if that's kind of standard for everybody, but I'd love to get a bit of information. Oh, I spoiled the Garurumon. Gorillamon is good. Garurumon is good. Myotismon, Tinkermon, Ikakumon. I've already got 2 of those, so that's almost a playset. And Karikamiya. There's a lovely dude on Facebook selling a bunch of rares quite cheap. So I picked up a bunch of rares I thought I would use before opening my second box. But then again, they're rares which I think are good and I'm going to be putting into decks. So worst case scenario, I have spares of some rares. It's going to be trade fodder in the future. When tournaments finally open up and I can actually go and play people in real life, it will be nice to have a trade binder with some cool stuff in. That would make me quite happy. So there's a Metal Tyrannomon, an Oblivion Bird, a Darkness Claw. That was an Elecmon. Nice cheap Digimon there. Garurumon, a Gotsumon, Yokomon. I did not get any Yokomon in my previous box, so that's cool. And Flower Cannon. Flower Cannon is one of the best rares. He's a huge, it's just a 2-cost option card that lets you rest one of your opponent's Digimon, or suspend, to use the actual phrasing. So, yeah, the Flower Cannon is exactly the kind of card where, assuming there's no rotation or anything, in a few years' time, Flower Cannon's going to have been out of print for a while, and people are going to be desperate to get hold of it when they're playing green decks. So having some spare Flower Cannon around is a good thing. Combine it with a Digi-Egg I didn't have before, good pack. So we've got Growlmon, Biyumon, Babydmon, Taikamiya, and Metal Garurumon. I don't know if I got Metal Garurumon in my previous box. I cannot remember. I think that might be a new one, because you don't get all the super rares in every box. So, and I told you, I think in the previous video, I bought a new folder for the release of Digimon. And my plan is to try and get every English language card into that binder. But, now to be fair, if you buy 3 boxes, you should get all the promos and all of the box toppers. And if you don't, you should have enough spares to trade. But the issue is going to be like the 10 alternate art tamers. Unless the alternate art tamers really come down in price and end up being a few quid each, that's going to be awkward. Also, some of the alternate art cards just in the set, like the alternate art secret rares, they are going to be awkward to try and pull. I keep pulling Boltmon and Titanmon together. Like every pack, they seem to be together. And a Metaletamon, they're all very similar cards. TK Takaishi and Infirmon. Infirmon's one of those ones, it basically just makes it easier to Digivolve into Diaboromon. So if you're not playing a Diaboromon deck, there's no reason you would ever play Infernmon. But in the... I mean, we've already had 2 Diaboromon, a regular set one and a promo one. But in the future, if more Diaboromon are revealed and released which are awesome, that Infernmon's going to be an awesome card that everybody's going to want. So... something to bear in mind. Even these cards that don't look good now might end up being really good in the future. Magnadramon, Spider Shooter, Groundramon. Oh, so we've got a Metal Seadramon and a Kentarasmon. Nice. Kentarasmon, it is worth pointing out, is another one that I pulled from Starter Decks. Cannot remember if it's one I opened on screen or not. So we've got a pair of them now. And the weird thing with Digimon is we're heading into we're heading into this webcam tournament that's happening online. A webcam tournament, fairly obvious. And so everyone's trying to get their decks together. But there's not really a good secondary market because they've only had the pre-sale and product was very limited in the pre-sale. So we're in this weird situation where, you know, I mean, for me especially, I want to pull one of each of the cards to make my binder. But I also like having 2 Hercules Kabutorimon, 2 Kentarasmon, 2 Gallantmon. There's Cerberusmon and Ramon. Because I want to be able to make a consistent deck. And if I've got all different super rares, it's going to be hard to make a deck. Because generally speaking, the super rares are the ones around which you make your deck. So, what do? Do I just use the super rares from the starter decks and make a deck around that? Do I try and aggressively trade and buy from other people, which is probably going to get really expensive? Or do I try and make from my box and go, right, well, I've got 2 Gallantmon, let's make a red deck, for instance. That's why I went and bought a bunch of these rares from this dude yesterday. Symphony number 1 Polyphony and Terra's Cluster. Again, I do find you get lots of... when you get a rare option card in the pack, you often get 2. But you get 2 rares per pack, so it's hard to complain. So I'm hoping I can, you know, make a consistent deck. I mean, I can play Rookie Rush, you know, with 2 boxes and 2 of each starter deck. You can play Rookie Rush quite nicely. And you've always got options like that deck I showed you ages ago, where you just play the giant Digimon and see what happens, that they have not been doing well in tournaments. So, I don't know. We'll see. I would like an Omnimon in this box, so I can at least have 2 Omnimon to try and make a deck with. That would be nice. Right. Oh, Tiger. I didn't get a Tiger in the previous box, and I like Tiger for green decks. And Magnarangemon. It's fine. It's not really what you want from your super rares, if I'm honest. So this box, kind of like the last box, is starting off kind of disappointingly. One's like the War Greymon for black. There is a black War Greymon, so I need to be careful how I say that. Things like Rust Tyrannomon are not coming out. I mean, we've had 4 of our 9 we've had so far. We've had Magnarangemon that I'm not loving. We've had Hercules Kabutorimon, which is quite nice. Metal Garurumon, which is alright. And Kentarasmon. So, not terrible, but we're not getting the ones we like. The good news is we've not had... I don't think that's an alternate art Magnarangemon. Or is it? That's an interesting question. I hope it's not an alternate art one. Because that is not what I want to pull. From the box. Right. Let's keep this train rolling. But there does seem to be a fairly standard 7 super rare and 2 secret rare or alternate art. So, yeah. There's a Digitarmamon we missed there. River of Power, Gotsumon, Jagamon, Rare Angemon, and Rare Tanamon. Again, you do need all of these Digitarma. Right, we are now halfway through the box. So if we stop and stare at our first half of the box. Now, interestingly, I've had 4 of the 9 hits, so to speak, in this side of the box both times. Don't know what there is to draw into that, but hey-ho. So we've had, yeah, we're doing all right. Oh, I'm terrified that Magnarangemon might be an alternate art card. I don't really want it to be an alternate art card, if I'm honest with you. Because it's really, like, not the one we were hoping to pull from the set. I've just checked, it is an alternate art card, so that is one of our 2 alternate art / secret rares, and it's about the worst one you can get. So cheers for that. Okay, right. So, what I'm doing here is I'm making sure I've got an art set put aside so we can open them carefully at the end of the video, so I can have one of each booster pack that isn't wrecked. Trying to open these normally without wrecking the booster pack we saw in the previous video is, I don't want to say impossible, but borderline I don't think would be unfair. So, let's keep rolling, shall we? It's another Monzemon. I've got loads of him now. Agumon Expert, Numemon, Chumon, /Angemon, Labramon, looking back on the good times. Oh, Rare Agumon, and Rosemon. We like Rosemon, and we haven't pulled a Rosemon yet. That is our first Rosemon, so that's kind of cool. So, I believe that means we've now got 3 super rares and 1 alternate art or secret rare to go. And then those are the hits from our box, so to speak. Of course, and I hope nobody's doing this, it would be very, very mean, but of course the temptation would be, when you buy a box, if you've hit your 9 hits, you know you're not getting a super rare, so go sell the packs knowing you haven't got a super rare. Having said that, there are rares like Uppermon, for instance, which are really sought after, so I think it's one of those where still mean to do. I mean, I wouldn't recommend it. Sora and Tai. So another double tamer pack. I mean, firstly, it makes you a pretty bad person to do that, unless you label it clearly, in which case, no issue. And secondly, you might be missing out on really good rares. You know, the game is not entirely about your super rares. There are plenty of rares out that are really good. Now, I still haven't pulled a Black War Greymon or a Rusteranimon, and they are the 2 I really want to pull here, so fingers crossed they're still lurking in my box, because otherwise I will be sad. Although I'm kidding myself if I think this is the last box I open. Ooh, another Mimi Tachikawa and a Puppet Mom. Nice. Good, both good cards in green decks, so yeah, that is kind of cool. I need a playset of Mimi Tachikawa. I didn't hit a Mimi as a box topper. That is unfortunate. I'm definitely going to go and buy a Mimi Tachikawa box topper at some point. It's going to have to happen. But at least we pulled one in our box. And it's another example of the kind of rare. I mean, we don't know what the prices for this game are going to do. But the fact of the matter is we're very, very early on. So there is every possibility that as we head on in, 2-3 years down the line, some really good rares from this set that don't get reprinted are going to end up being very expensive, so probably best to get them now while they're cheaper. Right, we got Venomotusmon and Lilithmon. Nice. So I'm supposed to play a purple deck? I will say Lilithmon is another one of the super rares that I did not pull from my initial box. So, I mean, it's really awkward. Because like I say, I want to be pulling all the ones I haven't got. I pulled Lilithmon, which I didn't have before, and Rosemon, and I think Metal Garurumon. But then, if I pull doubles, it gives me a better deck to make for this webcam tournament. Though having said that, and I've mentioned this before, and I know this sounds a little bit defeatist, it's really not supposed to, and it's not supposed to sound, anything other than exactly how I say it. I really don't care about winning a webcam tournament. Because the entry prizes are cool. You get a storage box, a pair of memory gauges, and a promo pack. The entry prizes are cool. If you make top 16, you get 3 more of the promo pack. Well, let's just say once I've entered the tournament, I'll have a playset of the promo pack. I don't need another. Maybe one to keep sealed, I suppose. And then if you win, you get exclusive sleeves and deck box, except they've been released in Japan. So you can just go and buy them if you want to. Skull Greymon and Cupimon. Not bad. Skull Greymon's a good card. So, the only time it really gets good, and this promo packs have been given out all over the place. I've got an open one and a sealed one, Japanese. So it's one of those where the prizes don't really get particularly great, which incidentally, it's a webcam tournament. It's far easier to cheat, etc. I'm happy the prizes don't get great. But the fact of the matter is, there's not really that much incentive to win. So all I really want to do is just make a deck and have fun playing against some random people online. So I don't really care about winning, but I still would like to make a good deck. Oh, I've given away the game. Giga Blaster and Rust Tyrannomon. Nice. Now, I don't know if I can make a good green deck with just a single copy of Rust Tyrannomon, but I do know that my binder was missing a Rust Tyrannomon. It is no longer missing a Rust Tyrannomon, and that makes me rather happy indeed. So, let's just do a little inventory here. So we've currently got 7. So we are missing 1 alternate art and 1 super rare from our final 6 packs. So we are expecting 2 more hits, 1 super rare and 1 secret rare or alternate art. Or secret rare alternate art, which incidentally are the rarest cards in the set. Though make no mistake about it, it's Omnimon you're looking for. We did pull an alternate art Omnimon in our previous box. I wouldn't say no to another. Like I've said, the chances are, even if I don't pick up any more in the pre-sale, when the game launches properly in January, I am very much expecting to pick up at least 1 more box. So, Infinity Cannon and Chimeramon. I'm not a huge fan of Chimeramon, and also I've now pulled at least 3 of them. Hey ho. What I should do at some point is kind of sit down and take stock and go, right, I know that I want a play set of all of these, so let's actually make the effort to get a play set of all of them. You know, really go and go, right, what don't I have a play set of? And then just go and buy, so especially when it launches properly in January, there'll be a bunch of cheap singles on eBay, and just make sure I've got a play set of everything, except maybe super rares, because I'm not rich. We've got a rare Lilymon and, another secret rare Metal Greymon. Now, I already pulled one in my box, and I don't know, again, it might have been on camera, it might have not, but I pulled a Metal Greymon in one of my starter decks. So that is now 3 Metal Greymon that I have pulled from my initial openings. I feel like I need to play a deck focused around Metal Greymon, for I have 3 of them. I'll be honest with you, even though it's a secret rare and it's more valuable than other cards, I'd rather have 3 Black War Greymon or 3 Rust Tyrannomon, because I could make a deck with them for this webcam tournament. Although I keep talking about wanting to make a deck, and I do keep talking about not really caring about whether I win or not. So there is an argument here that I need to actually make a decision. Either I want to make a good deck and win, or I don't care. Make up your mind, Wossy. It also means that there is just 1 more super rare, and that is essentially the last hit that I'm going to be getting from my box. But we've got 4 packs left, and we're working through the art set that I'm trying to open kind of neatly. So there's a Darkness Claw. Hyandramon is not a rare. Tyrannomon is, and Gabumon, one of the better rares. Gabumon, when you play it, you draw a card from your deck. That is a very cool thing. Sees a lot of play, especially in these Rookie Rush decks. Also, if I was going to get a second alternate art box topper like I got from the first box, would have been so much better to get a second Gabumon than a second Agumon. But I'm doing that thing again where I'm being a little bit greedy. So hey ho. It occurs to me now that cutting the bottom off would have given a much better look at the artwork, so sorry. And I think this is actually going to be the pack with my final super rare in. I think I've seen some shiny around the side, so let's have a gander which one it is. Dimension Scissor helps me open my packs. Kokuamon, Wegaruramon, Petermon, Tapermon, Keramon. I did not get any of them in my previous box. Last chance for an Omnimon! Ha-ha! It is an Omnimon! I can't believe that worked! Nice! I love it when a plan comes together. And now I've got one of each of the Omnimon, which is plainly going to be the most awkward card to get for my binder, but also it means I've actually got 2 Omnimon. Now, I'm under no illusion. There are going to be a bunch of people who are going to be entering this webcam tournament who have a playset of Omnimon and are at a rather large advantage to me, who will only have 2. Unless I get another box from the pre-sale. It really depends on how much my local game store's got in stock and how much I can spend without my wife wanting to divorce me. Hopefully lots. But still, having 2 Omnimon gives me a decent chance of actually getting one into play during my games. And a lot of people only play 3 anyway. There's a Biyomon, there's a Babydemon, there's a load of Leomon, rare Trump Sword, and another Matt Ishida. And then we have 1 pack remaining. And this is a bit sad. This is my last Digimon pack that I actually bought the other day. All of the others have been opened. I've opened me starter deck packs, all 6 of them. I've opened up my first box, and this is the very last pack from my second box, which is very sad indeed. I mean, I'll get over it in time, but still a little bit sad. Would be nice if it turned out to be an error box with an extra super rare, although I think it is fair to assume that is not going to be the case. But we pulled an Omnimon in the end, so it's hard to complain. Also, both my boxes have had an Omnimon and a secret rare Greymon. And once again, the first half of my box was fairly underwhelming. Second half of my box got an awful lot better. Shielded Adjust and a Mistimon are our final 2 rares in the box. So, a fairly uninspiring first half of the box like we saw before, but it kind of worked out in the end. We got ourselves a secret rare Metal Greymon, and we got ourselves a lovely Omnimon as well, and Omnimon of course being the best card in the set. And I definitely didn't have Rosteranamon, Lilithmon, Rosemon and Magnarangermon, and I don't think I had Metal Garurumon either, so the binder gets a bit better and the deck gets a bit better. But with 3 secret rare Metal Greymon and 2 Omnimon, I think there is a strong argument that I should be making a red deck. I want to make a green deck, but with 2 Hercules Kabutrimon, 1 Rosteranamon and 1 Lilymon, or Rosemon, I'm not sure how much I can do, but we'll have a go and see where we come out. For now, ladies and gentlemen, I want to hear from you guys. How have you found your openings? How have you found my openings? Tell me in the comment section, would you? Go nuts, be nice. And then make sure you like this video, subscribe to this channel, follow me on Twitter at the Wossy. That's where we talk Digimon and a bunch of other card games. And please do consider checking out patreon.com/PTCG Radio, where you can support the channel, get some bonus podcasts and all kinds of fun things. But by far the most important thing as always, look after yourselves till next time, would ya? Thank you very much for watching. My name's Ross, and you've been watching Wossy Plays. Bye.